pit lane starters anyway, so what does it matter? This is going to be fantastic. I've been waiting to say this all year long. We are ready to race in Texas. Revs are up. Great start there from Danny Pedrosa. Not such a cracking one from Lorenzo. And I think Pedrosa has got the line. Whether or not his teammates got the whole shot and can make it stick. No, he has cut back. I thought Pedrosa might have the line there. It was a little bit hot, and Marquez slots back into P3. So down the hill they go, and Danny Pedrosa. I told him he'd get into here first.
Yeah, he had the line in there. You can see that Marc Marquez tried the tighter line, but he lost on the exit. Stefan Bradl's in there. You're absolutely right. Jorge Lorenzo got it all crooked off the start line, but he's managed to slot in there in 4th place, I think, at the moment. So it is Danny Pedrosa. Yeah,
Bradl right behind him, Steve.
Honda. Crutchlow's good start from him, just in front of Valentino Rossi.
Stefan Bradl there came off the 2nd row. As we were saying, those Hondas are great off the line. This is exactly what Danny Pedrosa needs, because his teammate, as we've all been saying, is lightning fast. If he has to spend a little bit of time getting past Bradl, like Valentino Rossi had to do last time out in Doha, Bradl held him up for ages. That will suit Pedrosa very, very nicely. This is where things start to get fast, partner.
Yeah, I tell you, 210, 215 miles an hour close on. Down into this one, tight corner, turn 12. This is where they hook it back into 1st gear from 6th gear. Massive big stopping point he's gone through already. Marquez straight up into 2nd.
Made that stick straight away. Jorge Lorenzo hanging on to that, but look right behind him. Cal Crutchlow breathing down Lorenzo's neck, and Rossi going with him as well. Rossi will race his way through this. He's going to be in the hunt all the way through. But unless something happens, it's going to be extremely difficult for those Yamahas to match the pace of the Hondas on a circuit which could have been designed by Honda.
Almost certainly, but yeah, this is the battle we were expecting. The 2 Repsol Hondas in there. Everyone sweeps through these 3 fast right-handers. The only proper fast corner section on this circuit. This was where Marquez had his crash through.
Lorenzo through. He needed that straight away, buddy, because he could not get stuck.
Touched as they went.
Bradl is not having any of it, giving as good as he gets.
That was his job to hold Lorenzo up.
Yeah, well, that didn't work according to plan, did it? Now they're side by side. A big feint there. Look at Crutchlow down the pit lane wall. Fantastic out of there. Now, bike number 6 wants to have another look. Rossi's having another look as well. Can't quite probe his way around Crutchlow. Now Bradl's in Crutchlow's way as we go down the hill, carrying the speed. This is sensational stuff.
Yeah, as we saw, there's so many lines going into the corners. This is the run coming up here, and look at they touched at that point. That was Stefan Bradl in number 6 and 99 Jorge Lorenzo, but Lorenzo's through and he needed to be through. He wants to be on the podium. He needs those points. He's got 25 points, of course, from Qatar, but I reckon he would be quite happy to settle for 3rd place, but it just depends on whether those Hondas have got the tyres and the pace for 21 laps or 20 to go.
That is the key. It's all very well having the gravel and the squirt, but if you can't actually nurse it through to the end of the race, you're going to really struggle. Down the hill we go. Marquez, bike number 93, has closed up on his teammate Pedrosa. Oh boy, that was a moment and a half. Round the outside with Valentino, not quite enough room. He and Bautista there, up there and close.
Yeah, Bautista stuffed him actually right into that corner. Quite a move from him. He weren't expecting that. I don't think Valentino Rossi was. Anyway, back at the front. Look at this Marquez, number 93 there, having a little probe on the inside, but he's closed that gap down. He's put in a faster lap than Danny Pedrosa to close him down.
Look how hard Lorenzo's working there, right up on the curves on the inside. Jorge Lorenzo's riding further than the 2 guys in front, trying to get a line out of here, trying to get the drive. And Steve, the one thing we've noticed watching the support races around here is if you defend, boy, oh boy, does that cost you on the exit.
Yeah, so you can't try to keep too much of a tight line, because as you rightly say, most of these slow corners there's a drag race out of them. If you lose a bit of momentum there, and you saw Danny Pedrosa, that rear Bridgestone tyre just squirming away, trying to get some grip. Crutchlow all over the back of number 6. We saw this happening, of course, in Qatar. Struggles to get past Stefan Bradl, and Bradl came here and tested, of course. Bautista still in front of Valentino Rossi.
Yeah, Valentino won't be happy with that. Let's not forget Bautista is on a Honda. See earlier point on what bike is good around here. So up the hill they go, plenty of drive, fastest lap there, 2:04 spot 6 for Danny Pedrosa and a 2:04 spot 4 for Lorenzo. So Lorenzo getting some clear running there, and that's doing him very, very well indeed. Cal Crutchlow is now being slowed up by Stefan Bradl. No 2 ways about it. He's got to get past bike number 6. 1, 2, 3. There's Bradl. There he is, 35. Crutchlow right behind him. He must. It's get past him as quickly as possible.
Easier said than done, of course. Stefan Bradl on a full factory machine there. We know that that's pretty much the same spec as the two Repsol machines. Cal Crutchlow, of course, on a satellite bike, hasn't quite got all the tricky components that the factory machines may have, but he is doing a terrific job on it. But now Marc Marquez right up the exhaust pipes there of Danny Pedrosa as they come over the top of the hill.
He will have been given some pretty firm instruction about not taking Pedrosa out. I'm sure you're riding with him now. Let's hope we get some stereo Hondas here.
Wow, 337 kilometres an hour, then trying to stop it. Right the way of 6 back to first gear. Legs trailing out. People still keep asking what it's all about. Well, it's moving, transferring body weight, of course, rather than having the weight on the footrest. You can move it around when you're dangling that leg out. It also works a bit like an air brake. Crutchlow still behind number 6 there, Stefan Bradl, probing away, doing whatever he can. I don't know what happened to Michael Laverty. He's down in 24th place. I don't know if he just had a bad start, but it didn't work for him. He's at the back of the pack.
Nicky Hayden there, flying the flag for the factory Ducati, but not quite going according to plan. Iannone on the Pramac machines in front of him, and he's also trailing his teammate Dovizioso. So a quick check there, as you can see: Pedrosa, Marquez, Lorenzo, Bradl, Crutchlow, Bautista, Rossi, Dovizioso, Iannone, Nicky Hayden. Ducati rounds out your top 10.
Right, this is now going to be a race of stamina, because it's more than bike stamina, it's physical stamina, as we heard from all the guys and we've spoken about it. Coming up the top here, turn 1, such a steep climb here.